is the Bourne podcast. And now say hello to Ben.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, and welcome once again to the Bourne podcast. I am your host, Ben Bourne, and as you can tell, the title, the middle name, my last name, picked out from people who used it from the Bourne trilogies, as in Supremacy, and I forgot there was another one or two, but doesn't matter. Anyway, I will get right to this episode, and for this episode, I am going to talk about Valentine's Day. Well, actually, I'm an anti-Valentine's Day person, and I'm sure some of you, or most of you out there, don't care for that holiday, which to me is not really a national holiday, but people celebrate it when they fall in love. All right? Well, you know, I am not in love, and I am not happy or angry about it. It should not be a big deal. Maybe it is to you, but I want to explain some do's and don'ts on why it's important not to get all angry if you recently broke up in a relationship and you don't, you know, and you're taking out on other people. Okay? But first, let me give you the do's first. All right? The do's when you're an anti-Valentine's Day person like myself is that, you know, especially, try to watch your favorite sitcom that doesn't, or favorite TV show that doesn't have love in it. Watch that. I don't care what you watch on TV or listen to the radio. Listen to your favorite music that does not involve doesn't have the word love. In other words, no love songs. All right. Here's what I do, and here's what you should do on a day like that. Treat Valentine's Day as if it was Halloween. Okay. Treat it as if it was Halloween, and what you want to do is, listen to. What I do is I listen to frightening songs, like, for example, there's Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr., that song. There's also Michael Jackson's Thriller, and at the end I follow the narrator ending, which was portrayed by the great Vincent Price. I say Vincent Price, you can say that. Or you would probably listen to those type of frightening. Oh yes, here's another one, The Monster Mash by Boris Pickard. That is a very good song to sing on Valentine's Day because you hate the holiday. Okay, I mean, what is the FB, what is the federal government or your local police going to do? Arrest you because you hate Valentine's Day? Is that a crime? Doesn't matter. Just play that. Play movies that have broken relationships. If a woman broke up with you, or if a guy broke up with you, what I would recommend is you watch one of the movies I watch is called Love Stinks. Look it up. I think you'll understand what I mean. It was about a scheme of this woman to try to get this guy to get her to marry her, and he turned the tables on her. So you want to watch that one. Or what you want to do is you'd probably want to again watch other, not just Love Stinks, but also you want to watch other movies that make you feel better. Again, that does not involve the word love in it. Watch horror movies, ghoulish movies. If you're into action, treat it as a regular day. I think that once you do that, you probably you'll definitely feel good about yourself. And Also, music. If you love to listen to your music, whether it's your CD or your MP3 player, I don't care. Same thing applies. The songs I just mentioned. Also, songs that does not involve the word love, like in romance uh, uh, or heartbreak, because you're really going to find yourself sitting down in sorrow, and believe me, everybody goes through that. But again, you want to get this freaking day over with. Holiday, that is. Holiday. Freaking day. Holiday. Stuff like that. And now that I've explained to you the do's part, here is the don'ts part of being an anti-Valentine's Day person. Do not tear up people. If those of you, oh, by the way, going back to the do, that, I saw pictures of people sticking their middle finger at Valentine's Day gifts. Yeah, that's good too, but that's a separate thing. Now let me get to the don't part of being an anti-Valentine's Day person. Don't part. Don't tear up, don't go into the drugstore like the Walgreens or the CVS's or whatever, or the Target, or stores that have Valentine's Day shelves, because these people put that stuff out a month early. They always do that. Don't tear it up. Don't be in that rage. Don't do it. It just won't work. Second of all, do not tear up, don't tear up the candy that you didn't pay for. Okay, that's for other people. Don't tear up their cards. Don't, the Valentine's Day aisle at the store. Also, don't tear up Valentine's Day posters or stuff that other places hang up, because, like I said, I'm trying to save you from going to jail. And because you're going to be charged, with destruction of property. It's their thing, not yours. Even your next door neighbor, let it be. Leave them alone, And also, for those of you out there, and this is I think this is perhaps one of the most important parts of being an anti-Valentine's Day person. Do not attack a street performer. If for those of you in the New York City area or anywhere else in a major city, and you see somebody dressed up like a big heart with candy all over, and you're making a joke, or you're angry, and you hit, and that performer comes up to you and says Happy Valentine's Day, and they wave a rose or a stick of candy, go on your way. Stay away from that person. Don't go to that guy or gal dressed up in that costume and beat the crap out of them and tear their heart, because they're a street performer. They probably work for a company that pays them a lot of money to do that out on the street in the cold. Don't do it. Don't, because again, this is what I just talked about. I don't want you to go to jail. And don't stick their middle finger out on them. All right? Just go on your way. I know you don't see much of them out on the street. You don't see people with a red bag or a pink bag, and it's Valentine's Day. Don't worry about it. Just mind your own business. And the reason why I say these things is because I've been down this road before. I've seen it. Somebody who has, like myself, I've had the street smarts. I know. I've been down that road before. So, and I'm saying this to you all just to avoid it. Get it over with. So remember, let me just go over what I mentioned. The do's: if you're for anti-Valentine's Day people, treat Valentine's Day as Halloween. Turn February 14th into October 31st. Listen to horror, listen to music that does not involve that does not have the word love in it. No love songs. No breakup songs, because that's the same thing. No love songs. Do not watch movies that like romantic comedies that involves breakups that are funny. Watch action movies. Visualize yourself as the hero. Okay? Pretend you're James Bond for all I care. That'll work for you. That would simply work. And now the don'ts. Go about your business. If you see a performer dressed up in like a big heart, don't attack. Go on your way. Stay away and find a way to stay away from that person. Don't attack that person or persons handing out Valentine's Day stuff. Stay away. Be cheerful. Keep a bright upper lip on things. And I'm telling you, once you can do all that, you'll see that February 14th just goes by, which, by the way, is on a Wednesday. So it doesn't matter what day. Once you see Valentine's Day, just go like that. I mean, it's only once a year. It's a silly holiday. I don't believe it. And if I did believe it, I wouldn't be talking about it in this episode. I swear to gosh. Because what I'm saying is true. Because if it would work for me, if it worked for you. To put it more simply, look at yourself in the mirror. Let me tell you, just really, look at yourself in the mirror. If you can survive 2007, you can survive 2024 and beyond. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Well, this is so that is the episode. I wish it was a little longer, but I had to get that out of the way because this episode is for your benefit, as do all each of my podcast episodes are, past, present, and future. All right. So thanks for watching this episode of the Bourne podcast. And remember, you can catch all past episodes on Facebook and YouTube. We're streaming there, and also we're on Instagram and X. I'm Ben Bourne, and I'll see you right back here next time.